नमस्ते, मेरो नाम अम्बिका झा हो। म चाहिँ डाक्टर हो प्रोफेसनबाट चाहिँ, अनि पोएट एट हार्ट भन्छन् नि त्यस्तै। पोएटै खासमा नभनौँ, आफूलाई फ्रिलान्सर भनेर भन्छु। लेख्ने प्रयासमा छु। अहिले चाहिँ लेख्न खोजिरहेको छु सर्ट स्टोरिजहरू, त्यसपछि आर्टिकल्सहरू, त्यसपछि जर्नल्सहरू पनि लेख्न खोजिरहेको छु। इङ्ग्लिस कविता लेख्न थालेको चाहिँ धेरै नै भयो, 2017 देखि लेख्न खोजिरहेको छु। Give me the freedom to dance in the rain as the raindrops seem to blend all of my tears. Give me the liability to speak my heart because I am tired of giving attention to the voice of my own. Give me the essence of your presence more than merely your existence. Give me some time to live, love, laugh and learn. I don't need sunshine anymore. Just tell me that you will dwell even if the darkness prevails. Assure me that you love the crescent and the full moon equally. Probably you might get peeved at times as I often mess things up. I often create a disaster for myself, and I often forget to survive when I am at work. Just forgive me, considering my efforts to learn and the efforts of transitioning myself from a shy nerd to a confident extrovert. It wasn't easy to give people a space for opinion from suddenly interrogated even by an introduction. When I was a kid, I wanted to become that topper of the class. When I turned one, I wanted to be that extrovert encircled by a group of people who adore her. When I turned the same, I yearned for my personal space more often. I know these have been confusing needs, especially when the head demands something and the heart something else. Probably because I always wonder about the purpose behind everything. What is the purpose of craters on the moon when one cannot fall for it? What is the purpose of having crayons in your canvas if your canvas still feels squeaky clean? What is the purpose of engulfing all of your sorrows when you have an option to gift it to happiness? Kind word and kinder intentions are more than enough to thrive. Does the rose also feel jealous of something? Does the sun also strive for shadow? Does the tree hurt while shedding its leaves? Running river always wishes to reach the destiny, and the surrounding bank always craves to drive and swim in the middle of the river. Why life isn't in our hands every time? Why is life so crazy? It will not always welcome you with a birthday cake. Sometimes it throws some blown out candles, some dim and flickering lights, some music with irresistible and annoying beats, some unfamiliar and unbearable faces. Remember that the cake was probably for somebody else, so you got the leftovers that day. Someday the situation will certainly change in your favor, because God tries to be as fair as He can, and there is no other way of perfection than His decision. You eat as you serve, you play as you practice, you sleep as you work, and you live as you think. Do you also wonder about these messed up things, or have you considered that one just needs to focus on merely surviving than living? यो चाहिँ पोएमको टाइटल चाहिँ पर्पस अफ लाइफ हो। हरेक कुरा जति मेस्ड अप लाग्छ नि, सबै कुरामा इन्क्विजिटिभ भएर लेखेको पोएम हो मेरो। अनि मेरो अर्को पोएम चाहिँ ह्याप्पिली डिसएपोइन्टेड भन्ने छ। यो पोएममा चाहिँ नर्मली व्हेन वी फल इन लभ, हाम्रो एक्सपेक्टेसन्स क्लाउड 9मा हुन्छ, अनि आफ्टर वी गेट इन टु अ रिलेसनसिप अथवा कुनै लभमा चाहिँ अनि त्यसपछिको रियालिटीमा जुन फरक हुन्छ त्यसलाई एकदमै पोइटिकमा सानो ढङ्गले देखाएको छु। So you start say, I never imagined love would come my way like that. I thought love was something supernatural, something heavenly, something which would melt if I touched it, something like the fragrance of the well-bloomed red roses, something caffeine smelt like, something the early sunset feels like. But love wasn't like that. Love was completely normal. It had some variable perfumes which I couldn't tolerate. Love at times would feel like the midday sunlight, brightest yet irritating. Love would fade like the fragrance of roses when constantly smelt. Love wasn't caffeine. It was that third cup of tea of which my taste buds had already developed tolerance. It is said that love comes to you when you don't seek it and leaves when you need it the most. Love was confusing. It never cared about me being scared of darkness, but always accompanied me during that. It never cared about me wearing sleeveless outfits, but always provided his woolen jacket whenever I trembled out of cold. Love loved his bike more than his girlfriend, but always let her ride and collide. It loved an espresso, but never failed to amaze me by turning it into a wild cappuccino. Love hated going abroad, but would always buy me a ticket to Amsterdam. Love would make laugh for silly jokes and cry for minimal things. Love would sometimes make me feel regrets of living. But in the end, I would always choose to fall in love time and again with him only. त्यसपछि एउटा चाहिँ लास्ट पोयम हो मेरो, सानो छ, मिनी पोयम. यसमा चाहिँ हामी जहिले ठुलो ठुलो हेडलाइन्सहरूमा फोकस गर्छौँ अनि वी अफन मिस द डिटेल्स अबाउट थिङ्स होइन. अन्त पोयमको टाइटल चाहिँ मिनिमलिजम भनेको मिनिमल थिङ्समा फोकस गरेपछि चाहिँ कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ. सो इट स्टार्ट्स, लेट मी डाइभ इन्टु द मिनिमल सोभेनियर्स, द मेस्ड अप हेयर्स, द एब्स्ट्र्याक्ट आर्ट वर्क्स, द क्विटेन्सियल नाइट्स, द क्लास्पिङ आइडियाज एन्ड द प्रिन्ट्स नोमेनक्लेचर, द प्रेजेन्स अफ यर स्याडोज, द मार्किङ्स अफ यर फुटस्टेप, the tell of my liners and the sign of my glitters, your coffee-tinted eyes and curly tresses, your stupid jokes and crazy laughters on them, your ugliest days and wildest nights, the essence of your aristocracy, the cracks of your heart, the waves of your triangular smile, the desires of your mere presence, to keep on watching whatever goes on, contemplating the collision of ideas my brain storms through. Why do you dive so deep into something, they ask. Because you win when you know the headlines, but you rule when you know the details. I'm thankful to Poetry Nepal for providing me this platform. अनि स्पेसली बासु दाइलाई थ्याङ्क यू. उहाँसँग म आबद्ध भएको अथवा म पोएट्री नेपालसँग आबद्ध भएको धेरै नै भएको छ. दो आई हेभ नट बिन एबल टु जोइन भेरी अफन. I am grateful for the opportunity and I'll be looking forward to be together in future as well. Thank you everyone and please subscribe to Poetry Nepal. मेरो साइडबाट चाहिँ यति. Thank you.